Hey y'all, another day. Yeah, fixed this tire here. Put it on the rim and everything, pumped it up. Set it there yesterday to see if it would stay pumped up. So far it has. I ain't had this 93 running since day before yesterday. Says she'll fire up today. Probably will. Day before yesterday, it started up pretty easy. A little window down in it and stuff too. Let some air get in here. Of course, this is standard. Fired right up. And idle one. Like I said, it don't have a choke though. It is kind of cold-hearted. After it warms up a little bit, it will run better. Torque, oil pressure, and heat. Low on fuel too. My key fell out of the switch. Doing that again. It's not wanting to run when you give it the fuel. It does that once in a while. Yeah, it's the first time it's been started since the day before yesterday. So, yeah. Two days ago, 3 days ago, something like that. But anyhow. Running pretty decent. I need to get a air filter for the carburetor and little things. I guess I'll throw that tire there in the bed for a spare. It won't fit that truck. That Triton over there is different, a little bit different wheel pattern than this 93 Ford here. Yeah, that 98's a little bit different wheel pattern. Yeah, I figured these rims would fit, but they won't. Yeah, I gotta raise this front end up and take the four-wheel drive bearings and stuff out and tighten the bearings up. Bearings are real loose on the hubs. Oh, recording, y'all. I'm taking this front end apart because the whole spindle back in there, it's got the 6 bolts in it, are loose. They are completely loose. Can you see that? You can drop it down a little bit if you have to. Yeah, there's another big bolt back in there. I just took the one. Yeah, that's what I figured. I'm turning that with my fingers, and that should be tight. Yeah, there's another big nut back in here. There's two of them and a thrust washer back in behind all your four-wheel drive
one working
parts.
on it.
Huh?
And one working on it.
Yeah, and the nut working on it too. Better half said. Yeah. See that nut? There's another one back in there that I'm taking off. And they take a special socket to tighten them up. I usually just use a hammer and chisel. But yeah, I turned it off, turned it loose with my fingers to a certain point.
You want me to pause to turn the camera the other way?
Huh?
You want me to pause to turn the camera the other way?
What do you mean? Toward
See
me?
the screen.
Huh?
Where you can see the screen.
No. No, I'd rather have it that way. You'd have to turn it around. You can see what I'm doing. You probably see me too, can't you?
A little bit.
I mean, you can put it right in between me and that, where you can see both of us if you want to. Or whatever. I'll get this off here in a minute. Show y'all what's going on with this truck. Reason why that its front end's so loose on it. My cousin put this front end together. I'll show you what he done. How it going? A lot of threads back in there because that's got to go way back on there. It's got to be double knotted. There it is. See? Alright, wipe all this grease off my fingers. That way I don't get that stuff all over the hub too bad. Because I don't have no brake part cleaner or nothing. Uh-oh. 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 Looks like I got a problem. I think I got a tore up wheel bearing. Oh no. I might have a seized wheel bearing or tore up wheel bearing. So that should just slide right off of there. Go ahead and pause it for a minute or three. The front wheel bearing is okay. The front one is okay. The back one fell apart. Pieces of it all over the place. Right there's parts of it. The rear wheel bearing is shot. That means I'm gonna have to get wheel bearings before I can even put this thing back together. Yeah, there's parts of it. Yep, I knew it. Yeah, that's part of the wheel bearing and the bearings out of it. Wheel bearing ain't no good. That's part of the flop. And right here's the other part of it. Or
See.
one of the bolts ain't even on it. You're recording, right?
Yeah.
Well, you gotta have a rear wheel bearing. What did I just do with the other part of it that I took off?
I wasn't watching.
There it is. Yep, wheel bearing is completely destroyed. Oh, gosh. But right there is the reason why that I took it apart, because of that. That's why I originally took it apart. Because I was going to tighten this up so it wouldn't be flopping around. But then I seen that wheel bearing is gone. Now that side over there, I replaced that side over there. The driver's side I replaced. But there's my rear seal out of the hub. Golly, man, that is shot. You can pause it for right now.
Okay.
I gotta get this part of the bearing race off. Might be a little bit of a pain in the butt getting that off of there. And that right there, I don't know, it don't look too good. That part of the spindle. Of course, the bearing don't run there. I might have to take a file and file that down though. I don't know about getting a new bearing over top of that. But the part where the bearings run don't look bad. Like this one runs right there on that part like that, which that don't look bad. And this part right here is the only part that looks bad, and that was probably because of eat up bearings. But now I gotta try to get this piece of race right here off of there somehow. And hopefully it comes off of there pretty easy. One of my old shirts for a grease rag, it don't matter. Throw it in the washing machine, it'll wash it off. Oh man. Looks like it's spread a little bit. I believe it's moving a little bit. I can see light in between it a little bit. I think it's moved some. It's going to be a pain in the butt to get it off of there though, I can imagine. There it went. See it move? I need, hold on a minute. I gotta get a tool, y'all. Oh, you can pause it for a second or two. That's what I was after. Thing is made for pulling nails, but I use it for mechanic work. split it apart some, I think, but yeah, it's coming off. Of course, it's just taking its sweet old time. Yeah, I knew that thing was going to be stubborn to get off of there. They usually are. Man, that thing got to come off of there. You can't put a new bearing on there with that on there. Piece of metal in my finger. Piece of bearing metal in my finger. Man, oh man. May have to pause it a little bit. Yeah, I took the spindle off. I'm taking this back plate here off, get it out of my way. Then I'm going to put the spindle back on, I guess, to try to get that bearing raced off of there. But yeah, I pulled this bearing race off by hand. And I usually have to take a hammer and a screwdriver and drive down in between them to get them off. Hammer and screwdriver. I mean hammer and chisel. They're usually a pain in the hind end to get off of there. And yeah, these bolts wasn't even tight. My impact didn't have no problem getting them off of there. They were so loose. Yeah, the comb part goes out. Couldn't remember if the comb part went out or in. Oh. That nut must be, threads must be messed up on that nut. I hope I ain't gonna go on there cross threaded. I'll put the rest of them on there first, I guess. It's gonna be a little bit loud, y'all. Go ahead and pause it until I get these on there.
Go ahead and close your screen.
Yep. Yeah, I guess the truck's going to be sitting a while. I can't put it back together right now because I got to get a wheel bearing. I don't have the money right now to get a wheel bearing, but the front side of the bearing was still good, but the one that goes back here on the back of the spindle, it was bad. So when it goes back here, and then there's one that goes up here on the front. The one that goes up on the front was good. The one that goes on the back wasn't no good. So yeah, and both of the locking nuts were both loose. So be a while before I can put it back together, because I'm gonna have to get a bearing, and I don't know where that money's gonna come from, but hopefully this side here ain't tore up too, because I got to take it apart also and tighten the bearing up in it. I've replaced the bearing in this side of here not too long ago. Hopefully it's good. When I changed the hub, I changed the bearings in there too. But yeah, that side there didn't have nowhere near as bad a play in it as this side over here did. So I decided I'd take this side apart, especially when I figured out that race was loose. But yeah, I'll conclude it when I get a bearing. Yeah, it ain't no hurry, no big deal, you know, because that I got it tore apart right now. And I got this truck here I can drive, so it ain't like I ain't got a vehicle I can drive. So no big deal. I'll get the bearing eventually. Well, y'all, it's late in the evening. It turned out that I was able to get a bearing. I went ahead and got one. Put it all back together, drove it down the road and everything. It drives a whole lot better. Steers a whole lot better. But yeah, turned out that I had enough money to get one. But yeah, I had to take a Triton there and go get it. But anyway, I wasn't able to record putting it back together because I wanted to get it done before it got dark. Alright, y'all, thanks. Yeah, I was out here looking, y'all, and I got the wheel off of the driver's side here. Don't really see anything wrong with the brake line, the couplings or anything, or the caliber. But then I got noticing that wetness up there. And yeah, I noticed that line right there was wet. And I didn't know he put a pressure coupling in here. And I bet you $1 that pressure coupling has been leaking from the looks of it. That's what's wrong with the brakes. But I also noticed this. Moving a little bit. And I just replaced all this not too long ago. On this side. Hopefully just the nuts in there come loose, that's all. But I don't know, it looks like I'm going to tear it down too. Well, I'm going to get it off here and tighten that thing up. Maybe it'll stop it from leaking. Yeah, I got that tightened up. I don't know if it's going to help or not, but it might. Y'all, this truck is a standard. A little harder to drive with one hand. Well, brakes are better. Got a lot more power. Carburetor was way out of adjustment on it. Every time I turn around, that seems like that happens. up here. It's just stopping now when I hit the brakes. I'll talk to him one of these days, see if I can metal detect in his yard. Yeah, I'm almost out of gas in this truck. It ain't got much in it, so. Yeah, at least I got brakes now a little bit, but still not that good. Like I got some air in them still yet. Trouble with the brakes. Cleaning. Coming into the driveway over, I couldn't even hardly slow it down. Yeah, the brake pedal's to the floor right there right now. Clear to the floor. See, it stay hanging down too. I don't know what in the world. Pump it a couple of times, they come up, but they don't stay up. Something weird. It's got to be that brake booster. Only thing it could be. No leaky lines or nothing. I found that brake line union, tightened that up. I don't guess that's leaking now. But the brakes are still acting funny. Like my father-in-law said, probably the yeah, it's pretty well dry. Well, nope, there's some fluid there. Yeah, that's probably leaking. Yeah, more than likely, that's probably leaking. It ain't leaking much if it is. I don't know what in the world. Like my father-in-law said, probably the brake booster doing it. Probably what the problem is. Yeah, that steering wheel moves too. It's because it's not bolted down tight. It needs bolted down. But anyway, you should just barely touch that like that, and it should have brakes. You got to push it way down before you have brakes. Quite a ways down anyway. It's like it's losing vacuum. Yeah, I think it might be losing vacuum. I don't know. It's bad, worse when you're back. It's worse when you're backing up. I come back up a road there a while ago and went to hit the brakes there at the driveway. It wouldn't even slow it down hardly. Yeah, I don't know what in the world. Sometimes it works good, sometimes it don't. And I think it, like my father-in-law said, I think it's a brake booster. Yeah, I'll probably gonna have to get a brake booster off that old parts truck over there. Over at my cousin's. I'm gonna have to go over there and get the brake booster off of it, I guess. So I can put it on here. Yeah. Alright, y'all. See you in a little while. Yeah, I'm just out here just pumping up tires and stuff, messing around. I noticed that driver's side tire on my truck here don't have as much air in it as the passenger side. But I drove it up the road and back and it seemed to do great. You can see that tire there is a little bit low compared to the other one, but that's okay. Yeah, it seems to be running pretty good. I'm going to go get some gas for it, but yeah. Sometime. Still a little bit in that jug here. I could just put that in here before it goes bad. I don't want it to go bad, so anyway, I need to put that in there. See y'all in a bit. Yeah, I fixed that fixed this hub over here and everything. Fixed the wheel bearing, put a new wheel bearing in it. I was able to get it. I did have enough money for it. But yeah, got that done. I got tools all scattered out in here where I've been working on it. I still got to fix the other side. I'm going to tighten up the wheel bearings on that other side. And I still got to get a rear axle seal for the passenger side of the truck, or driver's side of the truck over there. I might just replace them both while I got it apart. And get grease and put in the rear end, and grease and put in the transfer case and the transmission. Alright, see you all in a bit.